guys, it's me Daily, and welcome back to my channel. I know I don't look like myself. I just woke up. I made my bed quick. Grabbed my notebook of plans. I just woke up, so throughout this video, I'm gonna get louder, and you're gonna see the life come back into me. It's already like 12:20. I woke up at probably like 12. So it takes time for this to go back to normal. So today, I'm going to be doing a book unhaul. I have a big stack of books here. Not huge, but most of them are my sister's books. A long time ago, gave her a bunch of my, middle grade chapter books that I didn't want anymore. Because I was transitioning into, YA books. I could have kept them, but I just wasn't interested anymore. We're going to talk about all of those today, as well as two of my own from my shelves today. But technically they were all mine at one point. So yeah, let's just get into it so that I'll wake up a little bit. So we're going to start with the books that I currently own that I want to get rid of. If you know my opinion on this book, it's probably not a shocker. Is From Twinkle with Love by Sandhya Menon. This book was terrible. It was so bad. It was not enjoyable for me at all. I felt it was very cheesy, and I don't really like that in a book, so I just wasn't, flowing with it as much as I wanted to. It just wasn't that great. I found Twinkle to be such a selfish person. I just didn't like her. I didn't like her at all. She also kept talking about how she was a groundling and that everyone else was silk feathered hats. So meaning that she was worth nothing and they were worth a bunch. She would not stop mentioning it. I swear, the word groundling was on almost every page in this book, and it was very, very obnoxious. I get that she doesn't want to be a groundling or a loser, in other words, but I just didn't like how much that word came up, and I just didn't like that she kept complaining about it. Also, Sahil gave her way too many chances. I feel like everyone gave her way too many chances. She kept repeatedly doing a bad thing when she knew it wasn't right, and even though, whatever, I don't know. It was just really annoying. You can be a groundling and still, have a good life. I can't say too much more without spoiling too much, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. I really just didn't like it. I ended up tabbing it, so I might take the tabs out. I'm getting rid of it because of all that. But I will say, probably the only thing I really did enjoy was when she stood up for herself to, the bullies in the school. I did like that, but other than that, this book was not very enjoyable for me, so I'm just really excited to get rid of it. Next here is Mulan by Disney. I don't really know the author's name. I recently read this one. I read From Twinkle with Love back in the summer, and this one I read probably in October. I really just did not like this book. They changed so much of the story that it just wasn't as enjoyable as I was hoping. So, I've talked about this many times. So the thing about this is that, first of all, her name is not Ping, as she disguises herself as Hua Jun, which is fine, but for some reason it really bothered me. They took out Li Shang and the cricket and Mushu. They took out all the best parts, I just really didn't like it. I will say, though, I did like Hangul and Mulan. I loved their bond, and I really enjoyed that part, and that was probably the only thing that kept me reading this. But other than that, I didn't like it that much, so I'm super duper sorry, but it just wasn't that great. The last one that was on my shelf, I forgot about, but it's Flush by Carl Hiaasen. I'll probably return this one back to my school's library because it is my school's. I never thought to return it until now, though, so that's sad. Next one here is The Year of the Dog, which is by Grace Lin. It is a super thin book. I do have another book by Grace Lin. I'm pretty sure it is Before the Sword, which was a phenomenal book, which is another Mulan retelling, or just another Mulan book in general. But this one is definitely interesting. I get it, why I wanted it. I just didn't want anything to do with middle grade. Once I was transitioning into loving books more, I just got rid of all my books and wanted to start fresh. The rest of these in the video will be on my sister's bookshelves, but she didn't want them anymore, so I'm taking them so I can get rid of them. I would sell them, but I don't know if I want to do that. I want to be able to put books in my book house box thing once I get it set up. It would be really nice to do that and just give to the community. The next 3 books here are Hero Hurricane Rescue and Hero Rescue Mission. So I have read the first 2 books in this. I don't even know. I think it's a trilogy, but it could be a series now because I haven't been keeping up with it, obviously. First of all, phenomenal. I loved this book. It was so fun and so action-packed. I loved the characters. So it was just great. So I'm really excited for whoever chooses this book and actually reads it. It was a very, very good book. He's a retired rescue dog, and one day a stray puppy comes into his life, and he is injured and afraid. Ben, Hero's owner, names the little stray puppy Scout. And then one day Scout goes missing, and Hero and Ben head out to find him. They're led down a dangerous and unexpected path. And let me just say, I wasn't expecting this path to go where it went. It was really, really cool. I honestly don't even know if I want to get rid of it, but I feel like if I read it now, it wouldn't take me away like it did the first time because, you know, I'm older now. I probably read these back in like 6th grade or something like that. And then same thing with Hurricane Rescue. It wasn't as good as the first one, but it was really, really enjoyable and action-packed like I mentioned. And then the last one that I know of is Hero Rescue Mission, and I haven't read this one yet. I don't think I ever will, so I'm just going to get rid of it now so it's not sitting around. The next one here is called Saving Wonder. Again, these are all pretty much brand new. I attempted to read this and then DNF'd it. So this is by Mary Knight, and it's a Scholastic. I mean, these are all pretty much Scholastic because, you know, when you go to school, you can't get anything but Scholastic at the book fair. I don't really even know what this is about. I love this cover. I'm pretty sure the only reason I bought this was because of the cover. It's just gorgeous. So the next one here is called A Dog Called Homeless by Sarah Lean. Again, Scholastic. This girl's name is Callie Fisher, and she sees her dead mother. So her mother has passed away, and one day she sees her, but no one believes her. A mysterious wolfhound dog appears. The dog seems to be there when her mom appears to her. It's probably going to be a pretty meaningful book for a middle grade. This cover is really, really cute, and you can see the ghost of her mom. I really like that touch on the back. I feel like middle grade are just, they outdo themselves with covers. Next here is All the Answers by Kate Messner, and again, brand new. No crinkle marks from opening the book. Ava Anderson finds an old blue pencil in her family junk drawer. Doesn't seem like anything special, but when she writes a question in the margin of her math quiz, and something very strange happens, she hears a voice loud and clear, one that nobody else can hear, and it tells her the answer. Oh, so she likes cheating, and then she starts to realize what damage it's doing, I guess. I really like the designs. Not my favorite middle grade cover, but it's really cute. The next book here is a scary book. It's called Took by Mary Downing Hahn. This is about Daniel and his sister Erica. So they moved to a rural West Virginia, and they're miles from town. The local kids treat Daniel and Erica as snobby outsiders and frighten them with strange stories about their house and the witch called Old Auntie. So they choose to ignore this. So one day Erica goes missing, and Daniel knows that she's been took, and he must summon all his courage to confront Old Auntie and take his sister back. I have a feeling that it might not even be an Old Auntie. It's probably just something else, you know, but it could be because I'm pretty sure the way this book looks, it just seems like it's going to be a scary one. Maybe some kid will take it. You know, I'm saying kid, but literally anyone can take these books and just read. The next book here is Wish by Barbara O'Connor, and it says, with a little luck you can get what you wish for. This one's not my favorite cover. I don't like the way the girl is drawn on it, but obviously that's not a bad thing. Just opinions here. The next one here, I honestly don't know if I'm going to keep but I kind of want to. It's called North, and I found this one at like a Goodwill or a secondhand store. I like how the crinkling of it looks, and I like that the cover is like kind of faded down. So I really don't know the name of this, but it was a crazy adventurous book, and I DNF'd it about 200 pages in because I was just not feeling it. Which was sad because, you know, I was probably really close to the end. It's about a boy named Elvin. So when his overprotective mother goes too far, he decides to run away, to follow in the footsteps of his hero, Matthew Henson, the Arctic explorer. Elvin will prove that he can take care of himself, and so begins Elvin's journey north to the deadly cold, north to terrifying, frozen, windy expanses where it's easy to get lost, north to polar bears and wolves, but most important, north to himself. Somebody spelt something. I didn't do that. Now I know for sure I'm gonna get rid of it. Anyway, I remember being really action-packed, but a little bit boring and on the bland side, so I think I'm just gonna get rid of it. I read this back in 6th grade, DNF'd it. That was probably one of my first DNFers. The next 2 books here are the first 2 books in my Big Fat Zombie Goldfish books. I want to keep these so bad, but I was thinking, and I was like, no. You don't need these, do you? So I have read this one before, and I absolutely adored it. It was great, and I loved it. The storyline, it's all just fun with these little images, and this crazy big fat zombie goldfish, and I love just the pictures. It's just all great. And also, you can't lie, those actually trick your eyes, don't they? And then the second one, I haven't even touched, I haven't read. It's the sequel. It's by Mo O'Hara. So now there's like this eel coming in. I don't know. There's just something about these books that takes me back to a good time in life, and I really just want to reread them. But at the same time, once I finish the first 2 again, I've read this one, I haven't read this one, but once I finish them both again, like, am I going to continue on? You know, it's not a bad thing, but I just feel like some other kid would get better use out of this, or some other people would get better use out of this. But at the same time, I really want to reread it. I think I'm going to keep these, and if I'm going to try and start reading this one, and if I'm just not interested, then I will get rid of them. But for now, I'm going to try to get back into this cute series. There's probably like 6 out now. The next book here is Doll Bones by Holly Black. First of all, creepy cover. It's all creepy. Zach, Poppy, and Alice have been friends forever, and for almost as long as they've been playing one continuous, ever-changing game. A game that takes place in a world populated with pirates and thieves, mermaids and warriors, ruling over all as the Great Queen, a bone china doll imprisoned in a cabinet, cursing those who displease her. I don't know. I'm sure it's just ghostly. My sister Summer gave me this book, so thank you, but I don't want it anymore. And I'm so sorry. I don't want to keep a book if I know someone could potentially love it more than I would. The next book here is Clementine for Christmas by Daphne Benedis Grab. Now, I'm pretty sure the only reason I bought this is, again, because there's a dog on the cover. It's not the cutest cover, not the cutest dog. I'm pretty sure she just gets a dog for Christmas, which is fine. It's a nice concept, I guess. Oh, so Clementine, the dog, disappears. She gets her for Christmas, then she disappears. Where'd she go? We don't know. So, cute Christmas book. The next one here is Waiting for Unicorns by Beth Hatala. My sister Eva tried to read this, and then she was like 10 pages in. She couldn't even remember the main character's name because she was that just not into it, I guess. I don't blame her, but at the same time, I blame her because she doesn't even try. She doesn't try to make herself read anything but Dogman books. And I'm proud of her for reading Dogman books, and I'm proud that she feels proud when she finishes a Dogman book. But I want her to expand and learn more with different books. I'm pretty sure the only reason she chose this one is because unicorns is in the cover, but I'm pretty sure that has nothing to do with the concept. The final, chapter book, grown-up kid book here is Diary of a Wimpy Kid Double Down by Jeff Kinney. We all know these books. We love the movies. A fun fact, if you've made it this far, you know the dad in the movie, Diary of a Wimpy Kid, in the originals? he grew up where I live, like in this town. He went to middle school here, which is crazy because he's a great actor. I just absolutely love these books, and I want my sister Eva to read them, but she says, I don't like Diary of a Wimpy Kid. I absolutely love them. I would keep it, but I really don't want to go and buy the whole series if it's not something that's going to be, be transcendent. But I do really love them. They're so much fun, and I just want the whole series, but at the same time, I'm sure someone else in the community would walk by and think, I like those books. I'm so excited. So someone else can have it. I'm ready to give it up. The final book here is Green Eggs and Ham by Dr. Seuss, and it's a special edition. It's very shiny. So it's got some water damage, but it's still just as good as ever. And I love the way the book looks, and it's just gorgeous, and I was so excited that I had this gorgeous book. But I'm ready to give it up to a new kid or person just in general who maybe someone like a teacher would walk by and be like, I could use this for my classroom. Or, you don't even know what goes on when you're at school or what goes on when you're not around. So, yeah, I'm just really excited, and I'm excited to give this one to someone who could potentially, get good out of it. So those are all the books here in the book unhaul video today. I think I'm going to name this like a series because every, half a year or so I'll probably do a book unhaul, but I'm going to name it a book donation because once I get my book box house thing up, I'm definitely going to be putting all of these inside of it so that anyone from the neighborhood or just anyone driving by can just go and pick one up, or 2 or 3, whatever they want, and if they feel like it, they could donate back. So yeah, those are all the books in my book donation haul today. So thanks for watching today's video. If you want to see another book unhaul video, I will put it up here. I'm pretty sure it's this corner. I'll put it up here in the corner for you to see. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next Monday or Wednesday on my channel. Bye!